Well, welcome back, everybody. That's right, it's the Bass Mafia Family Vlogs coming back out at you. And we got some goodies. Some heat shrink, tubing, butt connectors, AC, line disconnects, fuel disconnects, which I got a whole set of the fuel ones, but it just happened to come with that. I've opened it and tried to get one of the AC lines off. I don't know if I was kind of in a hurry just testing it out. But I don't know if that's exactly going to work for me. So, might have to go back up there and get the spring-loaded kit they have up there. I'll have to do a little more research on that. That was just an impulse buy. It was $10. I can take them back if I need to. Got some more butt connectors. I was about out of mine. Some heat shrink and some angled screwdrivers. That would have been handy doing the coolant flush. But got them now. I have some, couldn't find them. But now I got some. And a little thing to do a little soldering with. Sorry, my house is right next to a road. I'm sorry about that. And last but not least, it was in another video. Something that come in the mail earlier this week. And I'm just getting around to putting it on. Fuel pump. Of course, made in China. It's cheap. Let's see here. New high performance with installation kit. We're about to see how high performance this thing is. It didn't come with nothing else inside the bag, so I'd have to look it back up online to see exactly what the specs are on it. But I know they advertise it flows 140 to 160. This car requires 40 psi, and it runs at about 140 liters per hour, or whatever they determine that. And we've went and pulled the pump out of the car, got the pump out of the cradle, and we're working on that right now. So it's time to unbox this and get it switched over into the car. Really, I don't need nothing out of this whole kit but the pump itself right here and the filter right there. So the hose and everything else that came with, I don't even need none of that. But I do have to do some modifications to the pump itself, to the bottom of the pump actually, in order to slide the other pump back up in there. It was very tricky getting that out of there without breaking anything, and I ain't trying to go through that again. So we're going to do it right. Going to take the bottom off and screw it back in there and get it all tight. And this right here is just a rubber gasket out of the bottom of the fuel pump. Had to get out before the pump would come out. But let me get that into there, and I'll be right back. Give y'all a little listen of it. With it in the car here, turn the key on and let you hear it. Ain't too loud. You can still hear it when it runs too. It'll kick on when it runs. That ain't too loud. I can deal with that. That's alright with me. As long as it works. There's a little bit of it lit up. Turn that on. There you go. Bam, bam. It's looking good. Can't wait to get it all fiberglassed in. Alright guys, well, the new pump's installed, and as you can see, the infamous red and white clips. There's a red one, but there ain't a white one no more. It's because the white one broke off on me, but I was able with some finagling, pulling, and jerking to get the little thing that has the metal teeth on it that actually holds this in out of there. And I just reinserted it because this whole thing come out as, well, one assembly except for this white piece. And then I just pulled it all out together, pushed this back down in there, and everything's good. Hooked it all back up. Everything's fine. It cuts on. It sounds good. I don't know. It's louder than stock, I do have to say that. I started it up. It started up fine. It didn't have to crank over as much as it has been. That's one thing we've been having a problem with, is it wanting to not want to start up. You'd have to grind on it for a few more seconds than normal here lately to get it to start up. And that, and another thing, like I said, when she goes around a hard curve when she's leaving her work, sometimes the car jerk for a while, like stutter, like it's fuel cutting. So it's either this or it's going to be the fuel pressure regulator. I'm not for sure. And for all y'all wondering, we haven't forgot about them. As soon as I get all this stuff like this taken care of and keep this thing where it's doing pretty good, and then I can focus more on this. But I'm wanting to redo the back doors. I'm wanting to redo the front doors. There's the other back door. Wanting to redo those. I have some new, well, I don't have them, but I'm going to get some new 4-channel amps for the mids and everything. But I'm happy with that. The box is staying. I am going to do some fiberglass work and stuff to all this to mold it in all the way around to where it's all one piece. I've got some fiberglass mat and stuff. And also too, I'm wanting to come back here with some fiberglass matting too, and do the sides here. Get all that in and sounding good. Well, not really sounding good. I don't know, it might help. It might help with the sound of this, because I am going to put some polyfill in the side of this down in there when I go to close all this off. A lot of that's going to have polyfill in it, and then a couple of these places might be used for something or another. I'm not for sure. Some of them little hideaway spots, I don't know, but you can see the spray foam. It's in between the side of the car and the box right there. But yeah, this is the back. SD8K Evo. Little sound digital amp voltmeter. It's pretty cool. I love them things. But yeah, I got a few ideas of some stuff I want to get into back here. But like I said, this is stuff I'm going to be taking care of when I get to taking care of all the rest of it. But to me, my first door panels, they turned out really good. First real ones anyway. They're a little too boxy for my liking. Now that I semi know what I'm doing. If you're looking back in some videos, I had some videos of the tweeter pods and everything that I did. They turned out really nice. So I'm going to try my hand at these doors again. I'm going to follow the contour from right there all the way down with the door this time. And actually take some good use of some unused space. Can't really go no further than right here though, because the rest of this falls in line with the dash. As I found out one night, I broke this. Had an extension cord draped in through the window right here, and it shut in between here and here and cracked it. So yeah, I can't find that piece, but I glued the other piece back on. Stuff like that's gonna happen. It was an accident. There's the little mascot. Car's filthy. It's been winter time. We've been working on it, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, the fuel pump's installed. Let me clean everything up. We gotta run to town. I'm gonna get some different oil. Just change the oil in the car, but for some reason I think that Lucas, I don't know. I think the oil is actually right now too thick for our likings, because it's just not getting up to the lifters fast enough when you start it, and it takes a while for once the oil gets hot, it kind of lubricates everything a little bit better, and they don't sound quite as loud. But for some reason, if you run just like, say, I don't know, straight 30 weight in it, that's usually the best. So that's probably what I'll go and get. Maybe, I don't know, something cheap, because I know I just changed the cotton picking oil. I ain't gonna worry about the filter. I'm just gonna run some thinner oil in it. Maybe put a little dose of Marvels or something in it, but other than that, I ain't gonna do too much. But I said, let me get off here, clean this stuff up, and get to town, and take care of a few things, and get on back. Today we got a little project going on. I have a customer truck here. It's a Dodge Ram. It's I believe a 94 Dodge Ram with the V6 Magnum in it. And what I did was I replaced the starter, put a brand new starter on it. Might not be able to see, but let me get a light right here. I'm also redoing the battery cable ends. Had the factory ones on it. I'm gonna put new battery ends on it. This one's also toast. I'll show you that in a second. But got done installing a brand new starter, as you can see it down in there. Got to put the inner fender liner back in there. Got that done last night, and right now I'm working on the battery ends. This one has seen its better days, and we're going to take this off, put some lugs on it, and I've already cut the other one off. The other one is right here. I've then cut that junk off. As you can see, it's seen its better days too. They have unfortunately have wore out, and they will no longer tighten down on the post there and stay tight. So this is Brittany's grandpa's truck that I'm working on here. I like to instead of him having to take it to a shop, pay those god-awful prices that some people have to pay, I'd rather him come by here and get it done for pretty much nothing. Because, you know, it's what you got to do. You got to help out families. So, working on that. I'm going to put some lugs on there real quick, and I'll jump back on here and show you what it looks like after it's done. See you in a bit. Alrighty, well, we've got it fixed. See if this thing will focus. Yes, got it lugged, got it heat shrunk. I did not have no heat shrunk to fit these, but this is some special PVC stretch tape that I found. Resists heat, oil, fuel, some really good stuff. It's almost like electrical tape, except it's not sticky. What you do is when you pull it on, you make one turn and wrap it against itself and pull really tight and stretch while you're wrapping it. It seals this stuff. Another thing I like to do that I found that helps out a lot is I use a heat gun on it. That way, and then sit there and kind of mold it in a little bit. And that way it doesn't come loose, but that's lugged and put on. Everything's tight. That one's lugged and put on. And put on there very tight. And these are some old marine style battery ends that I had laying around here in the shop, and it's way better than what he had before. It's not like he's going to be taking the battery in and out of this truck. He's never ever going to touch this, so everything's tight on there. All he's got to do is get in and start it up. Everything is way better than it was before. So there he is. We're going to start it up and get it on out of here. The way the camera looked, it looked like this was riding on that belt right there. Camera around said, no, it's ways from it. So, optical illusion. But anyway, I'm going to get the lights and everything took out and close the hood on it and back it on out of here and get it ready for him to pick it up. So, on to the next project, which will be taking that MDF over there and turning it into a single 12 subwoofer enclosure. So, let's see if we can get that started. On to the next project. See y'all in a bit.